about 9 different types of car games on Roblox. They vary from drift games to traffic racing games to even super realistic car games. Our mission is to determine which type is the best, starting off with car simulators. Games like Vehicle Legends and even Driving Empire I would consider to be in this category, so let's get straight into this video. Alright, so the first game that we have up is Driving Empire, and this I consider to be in the simulators category. Don't even, make me say the definition of simulators. I'm just, picturing this game in that category. Oh, very official list I got here, but, yeah, this game's probably most well-known for their licensed vehicles. This game has a ton of them. I think just like a month ago, they turned completely licensed vehicles in here besides these stupid Easter event cars, but besides that, you can go to brands, and this is all the brands they have. I mean, they don't have brands like Ferrari and Bugatti, but everything else they probably most likely have. They have a lot of brands at this point, like, here's Porsche, here's Pagani. They have a lot of brands, a ton of brands, and that's probably what they're most known for, I would say, is, just how they got so much money to buy all these cars. Now, this game averages 15 to 20,000 players online average, I would say. They got a ton of races. They even got, NASCAR license, so I could show you one of these races right now. It's actually pretty cool. So, like I said, they have these massive races for, this is just NASCAR itself. We have a whole island for NASCAR. So, this map is going to be huge. So, this game is overall just, a crazy game. Definitely a lot of hours spent into it by the developers. And, yeah, I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite games, what I use on this channel all the time. Now, I say we have all these licensed vehicles, but are they actually good models? I mean, they actually are required to be because, we got some pretty big clients in here. Look, the details on these Paganis, especially, I like to always talk about these Paganis because for some reason, they did such a good job. I'll also show you, literally, they have every component in the engine that you need. The carbon is on spot for a freaking Roblox game. Interiors will have absolutely everything. These models are pretty good. This interior right here is insanely detailed. They have everything you would need, even the driving modes that you're in. So yeah, I don't want to spend too long in every category, so let's get on to the next one. All right, so our next category is Tycoons, and this is obviously car dealership tycoon, so you could build your own dealership and showcase garage and stuff like that. I believe this game also does have licensed vehicles, so I'll go into the shop and see if I can find some. All right, so right here you can see the Volkswagen car pack. It's this thing right here. Wow, that's insane. The Golf GTI Racer Foxy Edition and the Electric R. I've actually never heard of both of these cars, but that's pretty cool. They also have Zenvo, it seems like. All right, so I found a couple more licensed vehicles, so we got more of these Volkswagen Electric R editions. They got a lot of them. They also have a Pagani Zonda R, so that is proving that they have Paganis. There's another one right here, Huayra R. So yeah, they have a couple of brands in this game, which is pretty good. I mean, the models are decent. I can show you them now. Let me just get one of my cars out. All right, so here's one of them. This is probably an older model, but yeah, this is what you're getting in Car Dealership Tycoon. Not the craziest detail, but it's more of a tycoon game, so there's a lot more than just focusing on the detail of the cars, They got a ton of events. I know there's seasons and chapters and all this stuff. They are very good at that. Look, Foxy's Drift Festival, they have this entire drifting festival. There's that Drift P1 right there. That is actually sick. So yeah, this game is very big on events and stuff like that, so you're not just gonna worry about the detail of the cars, but it's still decent for this game, I would say. And I bet the licensed vehicles, they are probably better than this, this one right here, because this one's just a fake replica. If you drive around and look at all the different dealerships, you can see that there's a lot of different ones. This is just Volkswagen, so this guy's got a primarily Volkswagen dealership, so that is pretty cool that they have a dealership for just one singular brand. But we don't want to spend too much time on one category, like I said. So let's get on to the next. All right, so the next category is roleplay. So I would consider games like Southwest Florida and Greenville to be in this category. Now I just got to figure out how to put my car in park. But yeah, they have a decent amount of fake vehicles in this game because I don't think they have any licensed vehicles. So all the cars that got removed, they had to improvise, but they are very good fake models, I would say. But they do a good job of still making it look like the real thing. So yeah, we'll check out all the cars that they have now. So like I said, they actually have a decent amount in each category. You can see all the categories right here. So, you could go to coupe, and here is all these. You got the Porsches and stuff like that. We got a bunch of Challengers and stuff like that, and then we got a hatchback. Okay, there's a couple in there. They don't have a lot anymore. They used to have Bugatti and some Koenigseggs, but those sadly probably got removed, so that they got pickup and then sedan, even supercars right here. They got a lot of supercars in this game. They even have bikes, so they have a good variety of vehicles in this game, so I would give them props to that. Now they also have a ton of jobs, and that's how you make money. That's why I consider it a roleplay game, because this is how you make your money. As a dealership employee, I make $2,000 a minute. I wish it was like that in real life, but I wouldn't be doing YouTube. I'm sorry. We got a lot of, a ton of jobs, and yeah, I mean, I just made $2,000. So that's how you make money in this game, is just working jobs, and then you could drive around, drive with friends, get gas and all that stuff. So yeah, I would consider this roleplay, and it is a pretty fun game. I just don't play it a ton. So yeah, you can see a guy getting pulled over right there. That's actually pretty funny. I'm gonna run away and speed, and he's not gonna stop me because I'm not stopping for him. But yeah, this is definitely a roleplay game. Like, I could just pull up to the car wash right now. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know what's going. Did I have to press a button? Oh, it's just going for me. Oh, sick. Oh wait, this is actually pretty cool. I just got my car cleaned and it's drying my car. But let's get on to the next category, because this one was fun, but we gotta move. All right, so the next category is crash physics, and we got Car Crushers 2 for this example because it's probably the most popular one. And this map is absolutely huge. If you can't see it now because the stop sign's blocking it, well, if you look a little bit more up, there's a massive volcano. Just joined the game one day and it was there. They have a lot. I think they extended this map by about 4 times. I'll show you it. But they extended it by a lot. So now they have this massive volcano. They even got houses now and just a whole other part of the map. I think, like I said, it's extended by 4 times. All right, I just can't resist it. We gotta go up this volcano and see what happens. So let's do this real quick. We're definitely about to die. Oh, no. Oh, it's just not good. Okay, my car's gonna be destroyed. I forgot this was a crash physics game. Okay, this game sounds pretty fun. All right, so yeah, like I said, they have a ton of vehicles. I can't just like go through them. I think I can. So look at how many vehicles they have. They might have more than like most games, to be honest. I just don't realize it because they have to be certain levels to get certain cars. And yeah, it just keeps going. So over here is where they extended it. So this is like a sand biome. Bro, this game's like Minecraft. What's going on here? They have a lot more races in this game now, and they have just extended the map by a lot. But I got to try this ramp right here without running into that. The one thing I could have ran into, I ran into. Luckily, the car still runs, and I'm still going to try it without half of the car. So let's do this. Okay, that was actually pretty cool. But yeah, they extended their map by about 4 times. It is actually like a huge map now, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, there's more updates to come, so this game is just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. But we gotta get on to the next category, so let's do that now. All right, so the next category is realism, and we got Car Zone here. This game has exploded recently. They got a lot more players than they did before. They started off averaging like 33 players, and that's when I made a video on the game. And then like a couple months later, this was definitely not because of me. I don't think my video got too many views, but now it has like 1.2 thousand players average. So yeah, props to this game right here, but this game's super realistic and they did a very good job with it. Like, look at this map. This is a beautiful map. But yeah, this game is super realistic besides like me not being in the car. But when I suddenly go into the first person, oh, I suddenly have hands. It's kind of creepy, but you know, with realism games, so it's kind of cool. They have like a ton of missions you could do to make money in this game, doing races and stuff like that. And the map actually is just more than just the city. I could probably get there. I just don't know where. Okay, I guess the highway just ends like that. But where is like the off-roading part? I honestly don't know. I got a US for a reason so I could off-road in this game. But yeah, they have a lot of like ton of terrain that you can go through with different vehicles and suspensions and stuff like that. It's actually very cool. Like, where am I going? I do not know. It's just an adventure, you know? Never saying that again. Sound like a Disney character. But yeah, I'm already off the trail. Don't know where I'm going. Pretty cool game. They got a lot of cars for you to pick from, and it's just really realistic with the map and the cars and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool game. Let's get on to the next one. All right, so the next category is drifting games, and they actually have a ton in this category, but I think Drift Paradise is probably the most popular. I would say the Drift Physics, because that's what, you know, we're main focus on if the game is majority of that. They're actually pretty good. I actually like them a lot. Like, compared to, like, real drift games, like, besides Roblox, I actually like this more for some reason. Like, it's just easier. I mean, it's probably not the most realistic, but when you're playing Roblox, it don't really matter, man. I just want to drift around, so, yeah, this is actually very, very cool. This isn't the only map, too. They offer a ton of maps, so if we can get onto another map, I can show you that one. Right, so right here you can see all the maps. They have like all the difficulty levels, and they actually have a ton of them. Let's play this one. I think this is a medium level difficultyness, so we'll try to drift around this. All right, so here we go. Let's start drifting. But yeah, this game has a ton of maps, a ton of cars you can pick from, and it's just a pretty big game, to be honest. I don't know how many players it averages. Probably just around a couple thousand. I don't know where I'm going. That guy's red smoke is very thick. I can't even see anything. These guys are skilled drifters. I'm not. This is like my first time, so I'm trying to follow these guys right here, but this guy's red smoke, bro. You literally got like blood red smoke. And yeah, let's get on to the next category. I suck. I should probably get on to the next one anyways. All right, so the next category that we have is AI traffic or traffic racing. So games like Midnight Chasers would fall into this category. This game is actually pretty big nowadays. I don't know how many average players that it has, but it has a good amount. I'm in a private server, so no one can mess me up because public servers are like the worst. You just be driving, mind your own business, some guy spins out and you're just T-boning the crap out of him, and that is not a good story. So yeah, basically in this game you just cut up, like, you know, that term. So you're just like doing this and stuff like that, racing through traffic that's going slow. So it's actually pretty funny. This game will actually punish you if you do try to cheat. So I'll show you how they do this right now. Like if you just try to cut corners and just go around them like this, at some point you're gonna run into a trash bag that is filled with like rocks or something, because it will stop you. I'll show you, like, oh, I'm just cheating, I'm going around you guys, there's no difficulty. Oh, trash bag. Exactly. I don't know what is in that trash bag. Like, why is there blood on it? Why is there blood on the trash bag? No, I don't want to know anymore. I probably just whatever's in there, probably worse now after I hit it. Okay, but yeah, this game's primarily focus is to like race through traffic. That's why I consider it to be like a traffic racing AI traffic game. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like it's pretty realistic too. Like the driving physics is just about right. But yep, this game is pretty cool, and we can get on to the next one now, which is also pretty cool. All right, so the next category, I'm gonna say like off-roading. So suspension tests and games like rally racing, I'm gonna consider to be in this category. So let's get on to this race right here. I'm just gonna consider rally to just be in, you know, off-roading, because it kind of is. You know, you go through a lot of different terrains and race and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna say it is. But this game is actually pretty cool. I would say the suspension is very good. Like when you brake, you could even feel it. Even it pops up all the signals on your screen of what your next move is, just like the real life rally game. So this game is actually pretty cool. Now the players, it's not actually that good. It's an underrated game, I would say. I think it only has like a couple hundred people average, but I could test the suspension right now for you guys. Like just like me braking, I'll show you in a second. Like it's like you can really feel it on this car. But yeah, the models are pretty good and stuff like that, and they have a lot of different races too. I'll show you them in a second, like all their options. Okay, yeah, I'm stuck. I'm actually annoyed now. Let's go on to all the maps. All right, so that was an abbreviated rage quit right there, but I'll show you all the maps. So they literally have, I think these are real rally tracks. I don't know a lot about rally, but I'm just gonna guess they are. So here's like Italy and stuff like that. I like games that have multiple maps, like you could choose from. They do definitely like take a long time to make, but yeah, like look, oh yeah, this is definitely supposed to be Italy. You can race people too, so like I'll just catch up to this guy right here. He's definitely faster than me. I've never played this game before, so I'm not really skilled at it. Okay, we're just gonna, yep. Oh, okay, I'm horrible at this game. But yeah, they have a ton of maps, a ton of different vehicles you could choose from. Good physics, suspension tests, the braking, all that stuff just seems like good enough for Roblox, I would say. I don't know too much about rally, but for my experience, I'd say it just feels pretty good. So yeah, this is a decent game, definitely underrated, because I know it does not have a lot of players. So yeah, let's get on to the last category though, and yeah. All right, so the next category is racing. So I would put games like Just Daytona and other games that have like Formula 1 cars in it, like racing. Like this is just entirely about racing, nothing else. But yeah, I'll show you the game if I actually get this car started. What is this thing tweaking out about? Just get on the road. But yeah, they have a decent amount of NASCARs that you can choose from to race in this game. You can race against other people if you have a lot of people in the server. Just games that are like Formula 1 and NASCAR and just based off of real life racing, I would say fall in this category. Someone just flew in the air and died. Wow. I just witnessed the death. Holy crap, parts of his car are still flying around and I'm about to crash. This is not good. Okay. Wait a second. This is actually pretty cool. So your car does fly in the air like, you know, real NASCAR, and it actually does take damage. So that's pretty cool. So this game has other qualities that's like other games might not have. I just caused like a four-way accident. I spawned my car and like 3 cars ran into me. So sincerely sorry whoever those drivers are, but yeah, this is the last category of this video. This game usually has about 1.5 thousand people playing the game, so it actually is a pretty decent popular game. I feel like Lightning McQueen going back for his friend to you know, push him to the end or something like that. I got really annoyed watching that scene. Comment down below if you did too. I know that's off topic. I just killed my friend. I'm sorry about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is about the 9 different types of Roblox car games. I might have missed some, you know? I made up random categories, to be honest, and that's what I think they are. So if you have any more, comment down below. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm about to die.